Hello guys, we're back with episode 4 of our modded Neo campaign, playing as Cathay. We dealt a serious blow to Village when he attacked the Great Bastion, killed his army and the Norscan vassal that came with him. Now we got our caravan being attacked by some ogres. We would have had to give up one of our nice units, so we are going to fight this so we don't have to do that. Quick little caravan battle to start off this quick little caravan battle against some ogres to start off this caravan. Mostly Noblars, but they are bringing in some ogre bulls. And the force is led by a ogre paymaster, which actually has some pretty good buffing abilities, so we want to take him out as soon as possible. We've got our range forces set up in the back. We do have our first battle with our huntsman, who we gained last time we went to the Empire. So we're going to target down these ogre bulls that come, but as soon as this ogre paymaster gets into range, we are going to blow him apart. Our alchemist is going to throw down play rest real fast, try to reduce that armor. So that should bring him down to where hopefully he does not even get into combat. Might barely just get there, but he's going down very, very quick. He gets one good hit off, and he'll die after that. Over here, Halberd's holding up against his ogre balls very, very well. Noblars won't be able to do much towards Jade Warriors because of their lack of armor piercing. But yeah, that Paymaster had no chance. His ogre balls as well are now going to get targeted down by the Huntsman. We have Bound. Jana's Golden Hounds from our Alchemist coming down. Get a little bit of these Noblars. I didn't want to throw it over here because this is a vortex and you can't predict where it goes. So I didn't want to risk hitting our own guys because we're going to try to keep this caravan healthy, but very quickly they were out once they lose all the ogres. Not too shabby. That was a very, very quick and easy battle. Auto Resolve had us losing like 2 peasant spearmen and I think 1 peasant archer. We really didn't take any damage. Let's take the experience. And we do have the Dark Elves coming in over here, though, after we confederated the Celestial Loyalists. But Blitz the Cursed thing coming back already. Didn't have enough last time. Let's upgrade that part of the Turtle Gate. Get it to Tier 3. Nangao. Ooh, you just barely hit Tier 3 too. Let's get this so we can get a Gate Master. You got Tindao Assassins. Oh. Divine Land. Oh, what do we need to get? Sating. Okay, it's only kills right now, but afterwards you have to get Jade Lions, I think. You have to get some of the constructs. So we'll do that one so we can get him as soon as possible. Then I'd just like to get the Divine Lance battery. That'll be cool. But we'll also upgrade this pretty soon and get some of the newer artillery pieces. Okay, yeah, you're going to stay there and defend that. You're fine where you are. We're moving it. We're going to move after the Skaven now, that's right. Xing Wu. We thought about trading this to Zhao to try to get these 2 settlements in exchange since we do have Shang Yang, but I think he didn't go for it.
There are important matters to consider.
What's the other? Belful Hills. That does have a military building. Would you give it to us for that? No, it's really far away. Okay. So we'll keep it. Let's start putting some growth in it though. Okay, we can't make it to Jingpo next turn. I mean this turn. So, ooh, we're losing lots of Winds of Magic though. Let's keep that high. So we're going to come into his territory still. He is friendly and is a defensive ally, so we still be able to heal a little bit. But yeah, Winds of Magic is going to be very important against Skaven. We're making no money a turn though. How much longer does our caravan have? You have 2 turns. Okay, we're in a pretty precarious position though. So we can't afford that. So let's cancel it. This guy's just here to defend Wei Jin. And Pome, you can defend it with this guy. But can we build this and get some more income real fast? It only takes a turn to build, so hopefully we don't have any problems by losing a settlement or something. Ooh, Golden Order, we do want to get... Oh, we can get everything. Cool. Marienburg.
On behalf of the Empire.
Sure. Sterling. Ooh, 1,000 for a non-aggression pact? Yes, please. We can almost get military access with Union.
Cathay wishes no ill.
Okay, now we have a little bit of a gold cushion. In case we do have a problem. I'll wait to build something at Pome. We'll upgrade the growth there, though, because this also does benefit income. Right. Looks like Caravan Master. Let's do hidden stores, just in case we go through some attrition territory. That way reduces that. I believe this guy's going to Barrack Var. Maybe it's Krasakrak. I don't quite remember. I'm surprised Clan Eshin hasn't been more troublesome. I think it took them a while, actually, to wipe out the Greenskins. Maybe there's actually a Greenskin... Yeah, there's still a Greenskin faction settlement alive at the capital.
I will
We'd have to give you... We're a crossbow with shields? Heck no. Okay, you've only got one turn after this, so I'm fine out of resolving that. And let's take the money, since we are in need of money at the moment. Okay, you could recruit some Ogre Bulls with dual weapons for 850. I'm going to decline, just because money's an issue right now. Oh, I guess I should have done it, because we're going to get a bunch of money from the caravan next turn.
The dragons love
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Hey, they have the 3 other settlements. Yeah, come on. I'm surprised they never took that, though. That's very, very surprising. Okay, for the Wujin Compass... I forgot. If I just leave it alone, does it stay there and then I can select it next turn? Because if I leave it where it is right now, we'll get the extra sell value from the cargo. Then we can send our other caravan out and then switch it over. We'll see if that actually works that way. I don't remember off the top of my head. Shenyang. This was... Oh, we are having problems with control here, so let's do this. Lee, we want to get this up. Yeah, we'll upgrade Shenyang. And then we'll look at this stuff down here.
The storm dragon.
But Niaoying, let's go after the Skaven. Let's move you up an encampment oh, no. Well, you can't go very far.
I stand up.
Why is your movement range so low?
The bastion can never be.
Oh, this is the remnant. Oh, this is the, I forgot about this. This is the Celestial Lake. So this is the tribute that you can get from that. We'll actually send him out this way just to see what it can get us.
Path untreaded is a lesson unlearned.
Ooh, I completely forgot about that.
Ready to
Alright, and let's take Jingpo. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be an army inside. Yep. We just want to discover them, and then we'll see who they're at war with. always wish yeah, it stayed like that. Is there a way to actually keep this all the way up all the time when we go through it? Because I hate having to stretch it out every time. Okay, Greenskins, you would pay us
On you.
almost 2,500. What about the Jade Custodians? Hopefully more.
Dragon's authority, friend.
Oh, Greenskins will actually pay us more. Interesting. Wrong one. Are they Savage Orcs? Is that why? Okay. Oh yeah, they are Savage Orcs. Okay.
You dare!
I have no idea what's actually in that army though.
Warden of the Great Bastion. Storm Dragon.
Is there any items we want to switch around real fast?
Meowing.
You do not have any items. Let's give you the extra armor. Both those are kind of bad. Let's fuse them. Armor Fortune is actually really good. So we'll keep that on you actually instead of that one. Talisman of Endurance. Sure, the Great Bastion's not a great threat right now, so let's take that. Enchanted item, Alchemist Masks. Just gives you this. I don't really care about that. And
Favored.
let's give you the Moss Shard.
The Bastion's defense requires it.
Okay, it's not Deathmaster Snitch though. Okay, mostly Skaven slaves, but some Knight Riders, which do have a lot more armor piercing from being a part of Clan Ashen's faction. Pyrrhic Victory actually. Well, I guess a lot of our Jade warriors are damaged. We'll do our best though. We have our first battle against Clan Ashen in this campaign. It's not Deathmaster Snake, but we are attacking Jinpo, his capital, that has the landmark that allows recruitment of Knight Riders and stuff like that. So we got to take this thing out before he gets too strong. Full army inside the summit plus the garrison, so plenty of units to come after us. So we got to be a little bit careful. Knight Riders do have lots of armor piercing since they are a part of his faction, so that pretty much switches their AP values, so they can actually do a fair amount of damage to Ying if we're not careful. But Warp Lightning coming down on our Jade Warriors with the Spears actually does quite a bit of damage. Our front line is not at full strength, so we're going to have to be very, very careful. But luckily for us, the first use of Menace Below come down in Ying instead, so not a big issue. We have our Fire Lance Warriors here in the back. They're going to protect this flank in case they try to pile down from that hill. Hopefully you'll be able to get some good rockets off with them, but this guy could be able to do some pretty good work this battle, hopefully. Yeah, nice shot right there, trying to take out those clan rats with shields. Yeah, you can just holding these guys out for a little bit so we can continue to shoot them. Jade Warriors with spears will still hold up pretty well, though, just because their leadership is pretty high. And we've got the yin bonus going on. We've kept our War Tigers in the back. This will be our first battle to show them off. Just to be able to hold our backline in case they decide to throw down some Menace Belows, which they're going to do right as I say that, which is pretty interesting. We do catch it right as they come down, so we'll get that charge off in just a second. But a lot of Skaven forces coming down around this far side now. So our Fire Lance Warriors will get one volley off. Just against the Skaven slaves. Would have been better if we got them on the Clan Rats, but that's okay. Yeah, Ying trying to get rid of this Warlock Master so he doesn't get access to any more Warp Lightnings, because that has been kind of a nuisance so far. Second Menace Below on the back line goes down pretty quick. War Tigers doing some work. Fire Lance Warriors holding up okay. Luckily they haven't tried to push into our archers in the back line yet, because we're just using them to target down the Knight Runners. That's the biggest issues over there. Our Cathay Bolt Thrower trying to go after the Lord. Juggernauts over here trying to hit these Clan Rat Warriors and stuff going down. But as soon as those other guys are dealt with, War Tiger's going to come down, try to get on these clan rats. Firelance Warriors haven't been able to get another volley off, unfortunately, because they've been stuck in combat. But they're still holding up pretty well. Yang Ying actually taking a little bit of damage, which is not great. She does have regeneration and frenzy because of the Von Karsten blade, so she's going to be pretty healthy. We're trying to throw down heals with her every once in a while just to keep our units as healthy as we can. Our alchemist is not doing too much magic at the moment because they haven't clept up quite enough, but Juggernaut does finally manage to get a few kills, but very, very, very slowly. I'm not impressed with these guys at all. But yeah, our Firelance Warriors getting surrounded, lots of units over here, so that can be an issue. But Skyjunk continues to put out pretty good damage, taking out these Night Runners in the back. Most of the units on this flank have rounded off for a second, but these Menace below still getting on top of our Cathay bolt throwers. And some of our Jade Warrior crossbows, but they're about to go down. Over here, it's not looking great for these guys, though. There are a lot of units. Skyjunk still trying to get these guys as they run away, though. Still some units in the back. I forgot about these Jade Warrior Spears. They started chasing all the way over there, so unfortunately they're going to take some damage throughout that. The Warlock Master does come back, but Yao Ying is coming back to help. We're going to throw down a Talons of the Night, try to wreck these guys. We avoid most of the damage on our Firelance Warriors, but I just kind of wanted to deal with this flank so they're not getting attacked in the back the entire time. These Night Runners did manage to slip through, get on some of our artillery, so our War Tigers are trying to take care of them. We've moved some of our archers to try to get some better shots off now, and units over here, since they've clumped up a little bit more, but they are trying to actually take down the Skyjunk. It is at rank 6, which is pretty cool. Alchemist coming back to help now that most of these units over here have been dealt with. Juggernaut's going to continue to get shots off in guard mode, though. But War Tigers, 139 kills, not doing too bad. Firelance Warriors, 171. Luckily, they're not facing too many elite units. Skyjunk does get some shots in the back. Trying to target these guys, unfortunately. Does hit these guys a little bit. But the army finally goes down after we deal too much damage to the Warlock Master. We use the last little bit of time to get some heals off on our Skyjunk and characters. Yeah, we will continue to regen throughout the rest of the time, but we're going to kill him off and get our army back up into top shape as best we can.
Make a watchtower.
Pretty decent. Yeah, Jade Warrior, she'll take forever to heal. Okay, the Eye of the Watcher is good, so we have to get a total of 5 more constructs. So we can start recruiting them in a couple of turns. Meantime, let's build up our economy a little bit more so we can actually afford stuff. Homemade. Do I need a garrison here? Probably not. We could do this so we could start getting some Tigermen. Can we afford it? Yeah, why not? Let's do it. The caravan arrives next turn. This guy hopefully gets some gold there. Miao Ying, for your points, let's do Master of Storms, because this is going to reduce cost for a lot of our healing. And I'm actually going to get this now. So Protector of the Great Bastion. Let's see if I can find it on one of our units. Gosh. There we go. So this is Fight to the Last is what they get. So if we're below 50% HP, we get a okay melee buff, a little bit of leadership, and reload skill. So it can be good in really, really tight battles. Yeah, this army is just going to hold up here. I'm worried they might just come through this way, though. Wei Jin, you have a garrison upgrade, and you have Celestial Dragon Guard there?
Lord of Yin and Yang.
You probably can't defeat them in the field with what you have. We're just going to come out this way. Oh, it's actually put you in channeling stance too.
Yang
In case they try to go this way, then we'll meet them off and use one of the garrisons to help. Yeah, we're going to wait on the compass and see if we can change it next turn. So we can get the benefits of the caravan still. And that's going to happen. The Skaven are going to be pretty nasty though, because Deathmatch Shrinkage is still out there. If he has his traits, his unique skill that gives him increased ambush success chance, we could be in trouble. Oh, we have another army out here. What is it? Color of Magic. We could do Teen Sympathy, which would give us hero action reduction costs, or mass true panning, which costs us 1,500, but it's going to reduce the construction costs of that. Which this doesn't do anything. I'm willing to spend a little bit of money. Oh, GC Pirates. Are they at... Okay, they're not at sea yet.
I'm with you all the way. Path untreaded.
They shouldn't be able to catch up to us. Okay, we have the Angkor Chain, which gives human psychology, melee defense and physical resist, and got some gyrocopters in. That's cool. So let's send our other caravan out so they can get the benefits of the compass still. This guy's our next highest tier guy. We've gone to Razakrak, we've gone to Castle Drakenhof, Marienburg. Let's do Nuln. I don't remember what Nuln's unique item is. But for the compass, let's go after... I don't really need the defensive supplies right now. What is our Great Bastion threat? Okay, it's not that bad. So... probably this one, because this gives us more income too, and it has a chance of increasing our wins and magic. I like that. We don't really need the minus corruption at the moment. So, I like that.
Can't be done.
The majestic
Asian
defender. The storm abides.
Penlon is still not in their control.
Sent by the Emperor.
Local effects? Why is there a... Oh, mountainous climate? That's probably why.
The
If I put you into encampment stance, you still don't get any... Oh, I guess you get a teeny bit of replenishment on this stuff, but I don't care about that too much. I like... Oh, and actually ambush... The encampment stance for ambush defense chance I think is actually important against the Skaven, so we'll take that to mind right now. Nunli, yeah, let's build you up to tier 3. Qingyang. Let's build up your control again, because you're still getting close to rebellion. Confederation penalty goes away next turn. We have enough... Actually, let's leave that where it is, and let's upgrade Shangwu. Or Buffalo Hills actually has the resource that actually gives growth too, so let's do that one first.
Giant Claw Warlord.
And
Definitely not.
yeah, we'll try to tempt them out this way. They want to come after us, they'll have to come up this way, and then we can reinforce with you if we want. Bullets the Curson coming in, he's got trolls now.
Master of Feng Shui.
Our gates are almost to tier 3. See if we can make in money off diplomacy real fast. Oh, we can almost get a non-negotiation pact with the Union. I don't want to declare war on Nakai quite yet, so unfortunately that's going to have to wait a little bit.
Blooded sugar.
You're going to stay there in case he besieges it right away.
My ancestors require it.
Oh, Jigpo, I forgot about this. Yeah, we don't have enough money to build that right now. Let's see what happens with these Jade Pirates, though. Okay, we knew that was going to happen. We're trying to draw them closer to one of our settlements so we can fight them there. Okay, no Clan Ashen army yet, which is more dangerous. We'll move Miao Ying's army in encampment stance. That way we still get that detection chance. Yeah, I don't know where that army went that came out this way. From the Jade Sea Pirates.
The lords of Nanzhao are
Let's have you. Why can't you go?
Strength is fleeting. Discipline is eternal. The hunt moves
Can you
ever
get it now?
forward.
There we go. We don't really care about battle at the moment. Let's take that. Yeah, so when you're wrong button. When you're on the Celestial Lake, once it gets higher, then the bonuses for that tribute can go up.
I'm with you all the way.
We'll start bringing you back up this way to come help. I think the Jade Sea Pirates retreated, so that's good on that front. Okay, we can get an Astromancer next turn. Oh, we can get a Gate Master now. We can get 2. Awesome. Yay!
Gate Master.
They're both pretty good traits,
Master.
so we'll get them right away. We also need to rename them for our channel members. Nick.
I pray the great bastion remains unbroken. Gate Master.
And Censure. Remember, we already did our Alchemist. I believe we already did.
Miao Ying.
Okay, we can do some more. If you guys want to name some units, though,
The
feel free to
Emperor's
give
chosen
your recommendations in the comments. Let's get Evasion. I want to get Arcing Conduit as soon as we can because it takes a while for us to actually get magic.
favored daughter.
Okay, we still can't reach a settlement
The storm.
this turn, so we're gonna oh, ooh, actually they did come back. Okay, well,
Ride upon
I can't help that now.
Sprout upwards.
If we have to, we can have you run this way.
We are in need.
No vassal from Village yet. He's raiding us though.
Natural authority.
Okay, what were Pomei? What's your garrison like? It's kind of small. They actually might try to attack it. Let's try to set an ambush right in front of it. Unlikely to succeed, but if they do attack, we should be able to win that. Okay, Xingyang. Yeah, we'll put that there.
Dragon-blooded sugar gun.
Warden of the Great Bastion.
Oh, I guess you still have a little bit of movement
Once I
range.
have
Let's use it.
strategized.
Okay, we did see an army from Clan Eshin. Looks like they went up towards Kunlun. Oh no. That's Master Stick. Oh, he kept going north. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to come fight Miao Ying. Okay, that's bad. If we have to, we can disband this army to not lose our character, since he is kind of high level. Okay, caravan encounter with chaos. They've got a pretty weak army. I don't want to destroy mortars, so we should be able to auto-resolve that one without too many losses. Well, apparently not, but we'll take the money. Ooh, next caravan upgrade, we can get Glittering Robe, so a bound spell for alchemists, or Colossal Strike. We don't have any Elven Nobles yet, so we'll wait on that one. Bound spells is always good. Yeah, you're not supposed to come this way. Where was Deathmaster Snickage? I saw him on the campaign map for a little bit. I don't know where he went then.
Harmony before ferocity.
We're just gonna have you land. If they want to chase us, that's fine. What did we get here? It's always the stupid Slanesh one.
Awaiting orders. This
I want to see something more interesting because it's always that one.
celestial cities.
Yeah, I didn't see where the Dark Elf army went. I think they must have gone back here.
Descended from
But,
celestial-
okay, he's actually bringing some more dangerous stuff now. Some Chaos Knights. Aspiring Champions. The Trolls aren't a big issue, but yeah, 2 Aspiring Champions is
a
nasty.
reckless endeavor.
I would have... if I bring you up to help, can we just win in the... oh, we got a vassal right there, too. Oh, man, what do we do? I'm going to bring you back this way, actually.
King in balance.
To defend Wei Jin if they try to attack it. Yep, so Jade Sea Pirates.
Don't be done.
So they're like a mix. Interesting. They're like a mix of Cathay units and Undead. Because we have these Jade Sea Pirates, which are actual Cathay units. They're like Nipponese mercenaries, actually. But our technology, so we got our first little thing for boost for technology research rate. We can come up here and get the other one, which is probably the best idea.
Schematics from Nangao.
Yeah, if they want to attack this again, we can defend it.
Celestial ancestors.
Come in, stop.
Yeah, stupid Aspiring Champions are nasty, though.
Shaper of the 8 winds. Child of
Is
the
there anything
night.
worth giving? We'll give you that for a little bit more. Actually, both of these are bad. Come on. Ooh, Scales of the Celestial Court. So this gives physical resist? Sure. Oh, I guess. All of Village's army has magic attack, so we'll give you the Armor of Fortune and set off our Alchemist. She can take that one. The Inkcore training gives you armor and physical resist, or sorry, melee defense and physical resist, along with immune psychology.
The Storm Dragon.
That one. And
Master
you'll take
of
the
Lancashire.
talisman. We can get up here. I don't really care about that one. Oh, we should switch this over to other caravan. I forgot about that. This gives slippery, yes. Armor, we're going to take all of these. Banner of Unyielding Shell gives unbreakable, yes. Trigger loss reduction fighting against the Kurgan Warband. That doesn't matter right now because there's no Kurgans out there. Vanguard deployment for Celestial Dragon Guard and Jade Warrior stuff. Evasion for heroes in local province. Character experience gain. For you, let's give you another point to hidden stores.
Surely a gift from the dragons.
Chance of receiving an extra magic item. Plus 6% per cargo and experience per cargo. Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Is a
Wind Shaper.
Okay. Oh, this other caravan master. We need to give that to you. Oh, that's right. We need to give our active caravan. We need to give you the warrant of trade.
Storm Dragon. The Bastion's defense requires it.
Okay, Miao Ying.
Celestial Miao Yin.
I'm gonna guess there was an army here, but I think they went up north. The garrison's not too bad, but it will really harm our Jade Warriors, which are our front line, so we are going to have to fight that one just to avoid that. Yeah, Ying leading another attack against the Skaven, taking on a settlement garrison this time. It does have some experience, so it can be kind of nasty. Fair amount of leadership because of that garrison mod that we have. It gives them experience, so we had to fight this one manually to not take too many losses, because we're trying to reduce the amount of casualties our Jade Warriors take so they can actually get back up to full health eventually. But it can be a little bit annoying. They're going to concentrate all their forces over here, so that's where we're going to attack. We might send our War Tigers around this way, try to capture that point for a little bit of momentum. But Alchemist going straight into the fray, going after some of these Skaven slaves, but there are some Night Runners coming up. They're not too bad in melee. They don't get the huge armor piercing boost that their missiles do, but they're still pretty dangerous against low armor targets. But Clan Rats and Skaven Slaves going to come up. We're going to try to put up a little defensive line on these two little ramps, keep them occupied, but Menace Below does come down on our artillery, so since we sent over our War Tigers that way, we're going to keep our Jade Warriors over here as our defensive line to keep them off our artillery. This guy gonna get in a better position so it can get some of its volleys off from bigger groups of enemies. But Miao Ying doing too bad. I think this is our first battle with our Defender of the Great Bastion skill, which gives her army fight to the last. So if we get really low, they will get some big boosts to their melee prowess and staying power. Or Tigers over here, left alone so far, but they may pull off some spears, which is not great, because these guys are large entities, so they will take extra damage from that. Juggernaut, trying to get some shots off here in the back. So even with direct hits, it doesn't do quite as much as I would have hoped, but it's finally getting a little bit of value and actually hitting what we want it to. But Menace Below's super annoying. Even from a garrison, they have a lot in this battle. So we're going to try to do our best to keep them occupied while we push in through the main force. Yeah, because of the leadership bonuses and stuff from the experience mod, garrison's actually going to be a lot more dangerous, because Jade Warriors do not have very good offensive stats. But over here, Night Runners trying to target down some of our Jade Warriors. They will start to target the Skyjet once we get into a better position. Try to move it a little bit forward so it's not blocked by this little tower. But it will be exposed to a lot more fire. Bolt throwers don't really have a great target so far, so they're doing their best. Yep, but those spears coming down to fight our War Tigers, that's going to be a bad time. So we'll pull them out in just a second, but still a pretty sizable garrison. This did have the garrison upgrade, so it has quite a few units, but Certain Doom coming down, trying to get these guys to finally break so we can move on to the further parts of the settlement and try to actually get into a better position where archers can do more damage. Because right now they're just trying to shoot over these walls and kind of blocked a little bit, but Skyjet getting targeted on pretty heavily by the Night Runners, with their armor piercing actually able to get through this thing now. So, not great. We'll try to get some heals off in the meantime. Wrath of the Storm coming down from Miao Ying, buffing our melee attack quite a bit. So we're going to send up these two Jade Warriors with spears to try to pile up the Skaven on the sill to where our Skyjet can get some really good shots. But it is taking pretty good damage from these Night Runners, so we're going to try to pull it back a little bit. Get it over here. War Tigers on the way back. Luckily, we didn't take too much damage. I think we lost 2 models, or a third one that just got caught right there, but not too bad. We were able to salvage the situation. Cathay and bolt throwers and juggernauts still have all their artillery pieces up right now, but they have started to lose some crew members, even with support from our Jade Warriors and Fire Lance Warriors and stuff. Sky Junk down to about quarter HP actually, so it does get the bonus of Fight to the Last, which will buff its reload skill, but we do not want to lose this thing. It is very, very valuable, especially against this game, so we're going to pull it back just a little bit. Archers and crossbows having a really hard time taking up these Night Runners though. So Skyjunk is very valuable. We're going to throw it on Earthblood. Try to keep it as healthy as possible. Over here on this little front, our Jade Warrior's not doing too bad. Let's climb rats with shields and stuff. If we had a yin unit to give them harmony, they'd be doing a little bit better, but as of now, they're doing okay. I just meant to hold the line while we can move the rest of our forces into place. Freaking Night Runners finally down. All the Menace Belows from the garrison. I think that's our last one, but yeah, they actually did manage to do a fair amount of damage up here. And these other guys that have been around for a while, but just trying to finally get through them. Our Juggernaut, if I can find it. 53 kills is probably getting all-time best for it. But some of our crossbows and peasant archers now able to get some damage up here. We did pull back one of our Jade Warriors since they'd been fighting for a while and they had taken a little bit of damage, so I want to pull them back before they lose too many models. Yeah, finally hit over there by the Juggernaut, but it didn't do too many kills. But yeah, continuing to get some kills off on our Skyjunk, bringing it back up. Hopefully to 50% HP. We're going to use the last little bit of this time that we get throughout the battle to get as much heals on that as we can. But the garrison finally goes down. Man, they really went after artillery with all those Menace Belows.
Make a watchtower of it.
Here's a second army. Deathmaster Snickets was around here. Might be there. They attack us over the intern. That actually could hurt because of losing artillery pieces.
Favored daughter.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend money in this place at the moment. Yay. Homemade terracotta graveyard. Nangao. Oh, we have an alchemist or astromancer available here now too. Does this? Oh no, that's the wrong building line that I'm thinking of. A fervent questioner, corruption, and income from buildings, leadership for the army. That's gonna be really great. Leadership when fighting against chaos, though. +6. That's pretty dang good. And the Great Bastion thing is actually going to be, because of our mod, is going to be more significant up here, so.
Gate Master.
Yeah, which
of fortifications.
what was the other trait?
Gate Master.
Bureaucrat. Yeah, Bureaucrat will stay up here.
Once we have
You'll join Yao Ying. I might just get rid of this guy for a little bit. Hopefully that draws these guys away, but it might not. We'll see what happens over the intern. If they come down this way, then we'll get rid of this guy and recruit into our army there. We'll bring him back eventually. But just having this guy taking up money and supply lines is hurting us, so.
The defense effort has
Oh, we could do this. We could merge some. Ooh, we can get. Oh, we don't have the Nangao Forge here. But I think we merge some of these Jade Warriors and the shields. And I'm going to get one more, two more? Probably, let's get two actually.
Honor of serving me.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Merging those units might have been a mistake if this gave an attack us, but I can't help that now. Just hope for the best. I would expect Village to wait until his vassal comes to help him at the Great Bastion, but okay, that's good. I don't care if they went after Jingpo. That's why we didn't build anything there. Yeah, I just don't want to play a game of
You seek the storm
catch up with this Skaven. No. Oh, I should like to do diplomacy again, because we can confederate again. Xiaoming probably won't. Jade Custodians might. But that might not be ideal right now since we have the Dark Elves on that flank. You get the option for ability to replenish or take cargo. We actually did take a fair amount of damage from attrition, so I'm going to take that one. We should be out of the Darklands now. Ooh, the Turtle Gate gets attacked. Wait, is this the one that we just barely had village at? Fight the battle directly, or let's take this one actually, because we're gonna need it. Oh man, that's so bad. Village along with 2 Greenskin armies. Oh, because they're all gonna come at the same time too, except for one. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Unbreakable. We want that on our Lord. The extra armor. Let's put on probably the Nungo Grenadiers. I'm gonna guess, since they have slightly better melee stats. And Slippery on the Nungo Rifleman. Okay, this could be really, really bad, actually. Luckily, the first army has a fair amount of large units, so not too much to climb the walls. And yeah, Village's army is going to be a problem, though, just because of the aspiring champions, so we got to take them out. Let's do our best, though. Great Bastion being attacked by 3 armies. 2 armies of Greenskins and Village the Curseling, who's reinforcing. Luckily for us, we actually do have some reinforcements from one of the buildings that you can get at the Great Bastion gates that actually brings in these guys. So I'm glad we had that building there. We kept it there to see what it actually would do. Now we know it just brings reinforcements immediately whenever you have a battle. That's very good to know. That may mean that once it's upgraded, we don't have to leave a Lord here all the time. Although it is nice because they you get some experience, but the army actually comes in with some experience as well, which is, I mean, with the Lord as well, so that's pretty good. But a lot of units to worry about. Lots of trolls, unfortunately. Trolls are a big issue. Once they get through the gates, we're going to have a hard time dealing with them because we really don't have any anti-large outside of some spearmen. The reinforcements are bringing 2 Jade Warriors with halberds, but it's going to be a while before they can actually get down here. We have our Nungo Grenadiers getting some nice volleys of their explosives onto these Orkboys with spears as they try to climb on the walls, along with some peasant archers on that side. But the big thing to show off for here is we have our Nungo Riflemen. So they're basically big muskets, so a little bit shorter range, but high damage and a little bit longer reload time. So they can actually do pretty well if we get them on the right targets. We're just trying to kill as much stuff as we can, especially the trolls, before they get too close. And unfortunately, they did get to the gate without taking any losses, so they're going to be regenerating most of that health back. Cathay Bolt Thrower up on this little hill, going to get some shots off and anything that gets into range. We have put it on guard mode, so hopefully it doesn't chase anything, but Village is coming in now. And the other Greenskin army coming in very, very shortly. Got a fair amount of Jade Warriors to hold them back. Some Peasant Long Spearmen up here. We have kept the Nungo Grenadiers and Peasant Archers over here to give that harmony bonus, because sometimes I forget about that in a siege battle like this. So, but Orc Boy is finally making it up on to the walls. The big thing to worry about is actually Village's army. He's got some Chaos Knights with lances, but 2 things of Aspiring Champions, which these guys are just nasty, especially Village's army where they have a barrier too. And Chaos Trolls. a Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Zinch, more trolls in the back, fair amount of Marauder Horsemen. So as soon as they get to range, we're going to be targeting them down. We have our Bolt Thrower, finally get some shots off. It will start to shoot the Aspiring Champions once they come into range, but our Lord that's garrisoning the settlement going to come after this Orc War Boss. Try to get him down as quickly as possible. We do have some nice spells with them. We have the Jade Shield, which is going to be very useful in this battle, especially since we have some extra spell mastery, or mastery of the animal winds. Because of that, we have 2 casters on that, so we're going to get a little bit more ward save, because that going from 44% up to 51, which is pretty great. But Nungo Grenadiers get a little bit of friendly fire on these Jade Warriors right here, unfortunately. But luckily, there aren't too many infantry in these units, at least in the first army, so it's going to take a while for these guys to get into place and start climbing the walls. So hopefully we can keep these towers shooting, although they have started to capture this one, so we're trying to pull over some guys pretty soon. The garrison reinforcements actually have some Onyx Chromans. They're going to be very, very important, along with some Jade Lancers, so we're going to keep them with our Peasant Horsemen as kind of an emergency, so they can find the spot that is most useful. But the trolls getting through the gates very, very quickly. We tried to pull our gunpowder units off, try to get them up here so we could shoot the stuff as it comes in the gate, but we weren't quite fast enough, so the trolls are going to get there a little bit too early. So we started to pull over our emergency horsemen. This Orc War Boss getting annihilated by the Dreadnought shooting gun though. Gates on this side, about third of their HP left, but still very, very many units coming over here. Fair amount of cavalry, not too many archers, luckily for us. Really only 1 unit. They do have some night goblins and stuff like that, nasty skulkers. Over here, nasty skulkers just getting their smoke bomb on those guys. Luckily it doesn't really do anything to melee stats, it's just speed. Onyx Crowman finally coming in. They're going to be very, very useful in this battle. Quick enough to rotate from side to side. Our horsemen do manage to hold back the trolls long enough for our units to get back so they can actually start to shoot, but the majority of Zin's forces have started to come in now. We got trolls coming in, Chaos Knights with the lances, so we just got to put all of our mass here and try to hold them back. Wall fights, not going too bad. Jade Warriors able to hold up a fair amount. We have lost control of the towers though, which is not ideal. But most of the other ones are still shooting. We've started to gain these ones back for a little bit, but nope. As another unit starts climbing up, falls back into control of the Greenskins. I've changed my mind about how we build towers now. Usually I was building the more expensive towers up here to start off with, but it seems like the range is really, really hard to get to good position. So we're just building the tier 1 towers everywhere that we can. Some Orc Boys come to a nice recharge against our Iron Hell Gunners, who unfortunately tried to chase a unit because I forgot to put them on guard mode. But we'll rectify that pretty soon. But Village starting to push in. Luckily for us, he's coming mostly with his large units first, so hopefully we can actually get some fire on them. The reinforcements brought 2 Jade Crossbows, along with some Peasant Archers. We've got them lined up right here to do some work. We pulled our Jade Crossbows that were in the center over here so they can focus more on this side, because the center is pretty few right now. It's nothing too much to worry about. These trolls, 3 units left, but regenerating all that health along the way. These Peasant Archers pulled back, just try to deal with these trolls as well. No anti-large over here, so we're just going to try to keep them busy. Onyx Crowman going to do some work though, trying to chase off this Orc War Boss or kill him if we can. Meanwhile, they've started to come over here and get some pink horrors that managed to get over the walls and try to get on the back, so got to take them out before they can get too far in, so none of the Zinch units can come and capture any of these control points. Cathay Bolt Thrower doing some work though. It's been targeting high value targets most of the time. Yeah, our horseman not holding up too well right here. We did throw down Transmutation of Lead though. We actually have that from an item that gives us an overcast one that does a big area, so that's going to be very useful right here, especially with the Jade Warrior Halberdiers. Able to finally get through the defenses of all the stuff because of that big debuff. But these Orc War Boys doing nasty damage to our Iron Hill Gunners, unfortunately, and our MGO Riflemen having a hard time getting into a spot where they're not obstructed. But this side, Unholy Grenadiers took a fair amount of damage up here when the Orcs are climbing over it. We're going to keep them up here and try to Try to get some shots as this orc infantry comes in. Trolls finally have some opposition now, but they're still doing pretty good damage against the Jade Warriors. We'll try to get some support over there with some of our Onyx Crewmen in a little bit, but this Dragon-Blooded Chukungun not doing very well against this orc boss though. Took some big hits very, very quickly. Some fire coming in from the Goblin Wolf Riders and the Orc Archers, or Goblin Archers on that side. Orc Arrow Boys. Onyx Crewmen doing pretty well so far. Keeping stuff occupied in the back line so they can't do too much. Dealt with those pink horrors, now those are boys as well. Chaos Knights have tried to push in though and get on some of our units, so they're getting on top of our riflemen right now, which is not great. But they're pretty weakened. They only have 19 models left out of 60, and they're losing pretty quickly. We keep throwing down that Jade Shield from our Dragonblood Chukungun onto these halberds, try to keep them up as healthy as possible with that big ward save. Luckily, it is not physical resist, it is ward save, which makes a huge difference. It would be entirely worthless in this battle if it was just physical resist. But Chaos Knight's broken back, so our riflemen can start to shoot again. We're going to try to get the trolls if we can. Onyx Crowmen coming back and forth. Just trying to pick off some units, keep these Chaos Trolls occupied so they don't rally. Hopefully chase them off the map. Grenadiers coming down, trying to get some more grenades off on these orc infantry coming in. Our peasants did fall for a little bit, so we brought over our cavalry to try and help. We're doing alright on the walls. We're still holding that pretty well, but the gate we're not having too much success with. Our Lord did get routed off for a little bit against the Orc War boss, but she's coming back now to help. And go Grenadiers, getting some nice volleys off now. These Orc Boys with spears. On the far end, let's check up and do some close-ups over here. A lot of the Zeech forces have been pushed back, but they still got 2 aspiring champions holding out, along with Village and his Chaos Sorcerer. So, a lot of stuff we still have to deal with. We're going to try to do our best to kill Village, because he is very annoying. And he does a lot of damage to our Jade Warriors with halberds, so they are not doing very well. He's going after our Dragonlord Chukungun right now, so try to get some focus fire on them. Brought our Horsemen. Did get very close to coming into our backline, but luckily we did stop just in time. And there's that second use of our Transmutation of Lead, so that's going to reduce their melee attack and damage, which is going to be very, very nice at keeping these guys alive. Yeah, Jade Warriors with halberds, 138 oh, wrong one. These guys at 88, these are just the regular version, but our halberds, 145, and a fair amount of value too, because they're fighting high value stuff. Village taking a little bit of damage now. We do have some Jade Warriors there to support her, so she doesn't take too much damage, hopefully. But Chaos Warhounds and some Trolls have come back, and they have kind of free reign, so they'll probably try to come around to our back a little bit. Onyx Crowmen going back and forth, just trying to get some clean up on some of these guys, kill these trolls. Yep, all of our towers are up pretty much now. Tier 1 towers everywhere, so anything that does slip through should get taken down by that stuff. Crossbows. We're focusing all of our fire now on these Chaos Trolls and Aspiring Champions, because that is the big issue. Yeah, these Jade Warriors just kind of getting annihilated by Village, but we're keeping our Ironhell Gunners on top of him. Make sure he doesn't get that barrier back, but the Trolls do come in for a little bit, so we're going to switch fire with some of these guys over here, try to get them down. Thane Bolt Throwers. Taking a little bit of damage. Those Chaos Warhounds did come in for a charge. Trolls finally taking some damage. They're just barely holding up. 900 HP. With this focus fire from the Hell Gunners, though, they should go down and shatter, if not be destroyed outright. But our Dragonblood Chukungun not doing well now against the Village. The Aspiring Champions of the Village. The towers are mostly under control again. This Orc Force still fighting, but mostly on the walls. And we do have our towers active. Grenadiers getting some good shots off now. Nasty Skulkers, luckily for us, are not fighting on the walls, because these are the ones we have to worry about in melee because they're high armor piercing, but Greenskin forces have mostly been dealt with. This Orc War boss, though, is still healthy and still fighting, but Our, yeah, Dread Blooded Shogun getting very, very damaged. So we just try to pull her out just in time so we can target Village without her obstructing. So kind of a bait and switch there on him. With that, most of the Zeech force is going to lose all their leadership. It's just these aspiring champions are holding out. These guys still have 14 models left, even though they've lost like 7,000 HP. But finally we get the victory. Chaos Horse are going to be hard to catch on his horse, so we're going to try to get on the walls, get as much damage on him as possible, but we will use that time to kill off these aspiring champions, add as much of this force as we can. Pretty good defense of the Great Bastion, though. Wow, that was really close. I'm really glad we actually have that building that brings the reinforcements. I know that's good now, so we'll build it in the other spots. Heal doesn't do much. We'll take the money. There's still this vassal Norscan army, though. Ooh, yeah. So that's what this is doing. Provides modest reinforcements, so that's really, really good. We're going to build those. Let's start building that there. That's a great spot to end episode 4, guys. We'll pick it up right after. Very, very fun campaign. I'm excited to see the Great Bastion threats come in once they get signed up. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Warhammer. Have a great day.